mascot has been their mascot through the sense of time. It also seems to be that
our children safe. It also helps us be a better counselor inside explaining the effects of drugs.
I'll let you know what the
But if an employee is caught once,
yeah, I get that, but
second chance, that final chance.
I don't know if I'm doing the double.
I would encourage
It's hard
them
for me to
to-
argue that because I actually agree with her.
Well, actually, and you don't have to do that.
Okay. I agree with you.
For someone else in their family. And I really would like to
Be considered and we should look into that.
They may be.
You know what I think we should do? Maybe you and I should start a letter writing campaign, and then what we can do is make it a contest, open it up to people, kids or whatever, and they can submit different names and different ideas, and then we can actually present to the residents.
They may.
All right, 1 minute.
Control right now. Under the influence, just like driving a car, being under the influence.
Yeah, maybe not, maybe now you're trying to be able to help the kid.
There's other questions for driving while under the influence. Why should there be repercussions for working while under the influence?
Yeah, when you're driving, doesn't want to do it, but if people just don't want to sign a petition.
Listen, all we have to do is use social media to our advantage. I have Twitter, I have Facebook. I have
30 seconds.
You can do it all.
Wow, you guys were up. But I don't have Twitter, and I don't have Facebook, and I don't know there may be other folks who.
How do you reassure that that person will no longer come into the workplace?
10
How
seconds.
do you reinforce that?
9,
Well, that's really
8,
Want to support it.
7, 6, 5,
You're
4,
Three.
2,
It's not a lot of work.
and 1. Okay, let's pause.
Reinforce.
Very good.
You organize, you know, do the size.
Yeah, I would, all of us.
All right, let's go ahead and have a seat, please, everyone.
You make a list.
Well, you were supposed to be arguing you should terminate him. Hands down.
Oh, I wish I had that argument, because I have started thinking about that one.
Okay, how did that last exercise go as far as going from keeping that low, trying to keep that low presence and asking to keep lower, or having the high presence and having to go higher? Did you have to adjust a lot?
Yeah, you can see where the lows start trying to voice it a little bit more, but have to retract a little. You try to maintain that. Yeah, it does fluff.
So do you think it's harder going from low to high or high to low?
I do.
High to low?
Is it that an issue?
Yeah, I know. I heard some very passionate discussion aside for the.
Yeah, those are two good questions.
There's a whole, yes, very, very strong discussion. And it is hard to go. This is something we have to consider, right, and keep in mind those tactics that we need to use. Okay, well, everybody, we're going to get back into our handout here. And we're going to go right down here to the bottom, my situation. You know, the point of all this is actually to reflect, right, in our own personal situations and what we have going on and how we're going to take this and put this into action. So what we're going to do as a team is you're going to sit, well, actually individually as a team, we're going to fill out this bottom for your own specific personal situation that you've got going on, that you're working on. We're going to take 5 minutes to complete this. You'll have a little bit of time to really think about it, okay? 2 minutes. One minute. Thirty seconds. Okay. Now this whole workout has been about, to this point, getting prepared for our situations. So we want to really walk out of here committed to putting this to use. So if we feel comfortable, I'd like each of us to share our situations among the team, among the group. So who would like to get started for us?
Well, high present situation is very relevant to be on Monday, actually. High performance steering team group gets together every 2 weeks. And what useful belief is the whole concept of being people, because most of the people on the team are the site leadership group. And what tactic I will use is to talk up and do my best to make my point in that stuff. It tends to be a struggle for me. So, and then the low presence with our Governor Campbell steering team, the group tends to defer to me, for the answers. So, I want to use the tactic of inserting positive energy into that group, because they are just a wonderful, talented group of women. And tactic would be ask and listening.
Good. So inserting energy through the asking and listening, or could it look other ways too?
No, I think the useful belief is that I have the ability to insert positive energy so that they know how great they are.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
But then the tactics would be to ask and really listen into that, help bring that out.
Very good. Thank you. Okay, who would like to go next?
Mine was having presence and impact on the supply chain employees at the world headquarters, and I've said this before. But essentially, I've been focusing on the plants. So when I walk around here, I don't know a lot of people. They don't know me, and I don't know if this guy shows up from time to time, unless I've been in some of my sessions or I've heard about it. And then once they kind of know what I do and all that, we create this bond, and I run into them, hey, what's going on? How's everything going? And we're together. But for
I want to see that more often, down the hallway.
Yeah, but for the most part, that's not happening. So the tactics the belief, I think, is purpose beyond pleasing, first of all, because I think maybe some of these people don't really want to have anything to do with all that stuff. That's my story in my head. So just get beyond that. And the tactics would be, don't be scared of overexpression. Like, I don't want to look like a crazy person to you guys. I'm okay because this is how I'm here. It's like over here, a little bit subdued. And story tell, things like that.
Great. Now, when you were talking about the overexpression and being afraid to do that, we talked about that, what was it, yesterday, day before, I think, Chris, you were in the group too. Sometimes maybe some of these things we have in our head of that people expect a certain way of us to act and behave and present ourselves. And so then we start to limit ourselves in what we actually can be, right? You're going through. So, thank you for that point. I think it certainly has affected me in my career. Anyone else? You can just share if you want just the low presence or the high presence, but if you can, one or the other.
Just take the low presence.
Sure.
With my fellow teammates, I do, there's the term direct reports. And this is something about that with me and my team inside of Paris. I work with them. So the useful belief is just continue the positive energy with them and definitely the generous thought because they have so much knowledge and sharing it. And they're open to sharing with their ideas, which is really what we've been able to establish. And then which tactics would be listening in and really listening, asking, and then especially working at and with them in the silence and just taking it in and absorbing it. We have, and one of them is he's a union steward inside the plant. So it's been a whole shift for us dynamically as a department. But especially looking at him and developing as a process leader, not just a contract leader, but now embracing that whole thing and really having a open conversation with him.
You were bringing up listening too. We've heard it how many times. You got 2 years in one mouth, and it's hard to practice. Going through, but very applicable to everything. Thank you. Okay. Do you have much, Sharon?
Well, I had the low presence too, and again, it was with everyone that works within the department, and the same beliefs, positive energy and generous thoughts, listening and asking.
So can you envision yourself doing those things
Yes.
to bring that out?
Definitely.
What kinds of things would you see doing?
Actually, for example, this week while I'm out, I'm having different ones take turns to go on the boardwalk, also sitting on the staff meeting and things of that nature. Even when we have our department meeting, everyone has an opportunity to chair and is responsible for the meeting for that agenda.
Those are great examples. You're showing your trust, your belief in them, confidence in them being able to do it, and they're going to grow. That's wonderful. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead, Steph.
I have a low presence, so my team is having trouble. There's an extra responsibility, and there's 4 people on my team, and the responsibility has to go to one of them. So we had talked about this before. They would come shoving it back to me and saying, "I can't do it. I don't have time." So me and my boss broke it out 1,000 different ways visually and showed it to them and said, "This is how it looks to us. But you guys need to figure this out as a team." So we can drive that uses equal and positive energy because it'll help with the ownership of it as well. But it's something that they can desire.
You think they're going to appreciate that? They see the effort that went into that?
What's that?
You'll find out.
Yeah, I gave it to him last Friday afternoon, so before I left, so we'll see what happens.
We'll think positive thoughts, please. Otherwise, you'll have more tactics to put in place. So, Halsey?
Sure. The one I want to share is the high presence. And when I show myself on the floor, sometimes I do just go in barging, walking through really fast. I got to tone that a little bit down, stand up straight, walk in a calm manner. The belief that I was used the equal. I don't want to make anybody feel less or bigger than me, and if you are less. If you're the man on the totem pole, man or woman on the totem pole, quote unquote, I want to make them feel that they are special, that they're the foundation. The top of the totem pole fall to her.
Might as well knock the totem pole over, huh? Just everybody be in the same level.
Yeah, they are the foundation, just not go over the plateau. The tactics we use would be assertive, like I said, stand straight, posture, body language, a big ordeal.
Great. Yeah, just those small things, right? Just posture, just keeping that, and reminding that. Any other thoughts? We get to Chris, we were shared, or?
Well, I didn't, but I will. One thing that I want to do is when I'm on like corporate conference calls, I tend to be more quiet on those because corporate's on it. And I don't want to look stupid, but I need to remember that if I do have an opinion or if I want to say something, think more of the equal. So I'm going to work on that and to be more expressive.
And what does that look like for you? Being more expressive, when you visualize what you're going to be doing.
Well, since we're on the conference call, just speaking up more,
Yeah.
participating more. I mean, thinking in my head, but think I'm not going to say that. I don't want to look stupid, or I don't want to look silly, or I don't want to look like a dumb question, because it's not only my colleagues, but the corporate folks on the call too.
Use the mute button less.
Especially when you have the mute button on and you like say this profound statement and realize that no one has ever heard what you said. So, any other thoughts about this exercise or what you're doing now going forward with this? We've made commitments. We're moving this going forward. Okay, we've got 5 tips we'd like to go through that MindGym provides us. Confident, calm, natural, think. I am in control. Like I was mentioning earlier, Amir told me just be who it is that you're looking to be, and just actually having that in your head can make all the difference in the world. That self-talk, we can talk ourselves out of that, but we just talk ourselves into it. That I am, I am who this person I want to be. Speak relatively little or at a measured pace. I have work to do on that one. But that's tough, right? A lot of us talked about this. We like to talk, and it's hard to keep that using just a few words that are impactful. 2-minute speech rather than the 2-hour speech we talked about earlier. Think about your beliefs and state of mind before communicating with others. Know where you stand. Where are you coming from when you're talking? You can see how that can actually swap you from a controlled and uncontrolled. If you don't know where you stand to start with, you're kind of all over the place, right? So really, really know where you stand on those things. Focus on the greater purpose rather than just being liked. And this is some of the things that force us into low presence, right? Low uncontrolled presence is that we're worried about being liked, worried about looking like we're not smart, that we have a stupid idea, that we have it, whatever it might be. That's what, instead of being worried about being liked, focus on that greater purpose. What are we trying to accomplish, and what can we bring to what we're trying to accomplish? Number 5, do things your own way. Being noticed for the right reasons. So, it's kind of like you don't want to be that one at the funeral who, I don't know, who isn't the one who's actually, doing the eulogy, the one in the back that's maybe had too much to drink. You don't want to have that kind of situation, believe me. Sharon, you're laughing because you were...
I don't know what you said.
I didn't know if you had experienced that or you were the one who experienced it.
I've experienced it after.
After. Well, these 5 tips for success, actually, if you close your handout and you hold it back to the way you'd actually received it, these 5 tips are right here for you. So anytime you want to reference those, that's where you can find it right here on the back. And then, of course, I'm certain that you want to read up all kinds of more stuff on this. So not only do you have the opportunity to go to other MindGym workouts that'll tie into this type of topic. And by the way, again, MindGym has 80+ workouts, so there's plenty to go to, but these in particular really hone in on this subject. There's lots of books. These are the Charisma Factor, Leadership in Organizations, MindGym, and then online resources as well. So you can go online to MindGym, and you'll find all kinds of stuff out there too. So again, thank you so much for having me here. Really appreciate it. Any other final thoughts of what we're planning to do? We all have visualized. It's like the game, right? We got to visualize. We know what we're going to do, and we're going to go out there and get them. Okay. Well, thank you so very much for having me, and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.